Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday Show with your hosts Ken Tizzard and Music for Goats. Brought to you in full color and stereo sound with amplification provided by Trainer. Broadcasting into the world from Storyhouse Studios in Campbellford, Ontario, you'll hear the best of old country, folk, Americana, punk rock, and 80s music delivered into your homes every week for free. And don't forget your regular dose of new and original songs from Music for Goats. Never be alone on a Wednesday night again, 8 p.m. Eastern and 9:30 for those of you in Newfoundland. Join the Whiskey Wednesday regulars on Facebook to be a part of the conversation, or watch on YouTube as well. Pour a drink, a cup of tea, or a nice cold long tooth. Roll up your best smoke and sit back and relax. Don't forget to hit the share button to help spread the word. The Whiskey Wednesday Show, every week. Cheers.
And just like that, I am on. Isn't that amazing? There I am. What am I wearing tonight? Interesting combination. Welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday Show, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Ken Tizzard, and we are Music for Goats, broadcasting out of Campbellford, Ontario, from Storyhouse Studio. How are the dudes, the goats doing tonight there, Neil? How's your goat world going?
I'm doing fine, thank you very much.
Actually, you just got back from some travel. You're going to tell us about that a little later on.
I shall, yes.
That's going to be a lot of fun. You had a good time out in the West Coast?
Nice try.
The East Coast.
Yeah,
Sorry,
there we
yes.
go.
Saying the West Coast of Europe.
I guess, yes, something like that, yes. If you go west and then keep on going for a very, very long time,
eventually
you will get to the East Coast, yes.
Mr. Grant, you've been doing well?
It's like a coast-to-coast fever.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, man, I saw the moon on the way over tonight.
Was that you?
Man, that is spectacular.
And you were riffing on whiffing.
You saw the moon, and it was awesome. Is it full?
It's full, yeah, and it's like the close moon of fall, so it's bigger than usual.
Oh, cool.
It's looking great.
It's like the Tim Lee moon.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to go check that out after the show, at which point we'll have some of the whiskey that I have here that I forgot to pour for everybody. Sorry.
It's the Hunter moon, and because Halloween's coming up, I think we're just going to call it a hell of a moon.
A hell of a moon.
It's a hell of a moon.
It was a hell of a moon tonight. I like that. Hell of a moon. That sounds pretty great. David, fishing is pretty much done, but, it's... Well, you got one more week? Okay, well, you got one more week to get us a video. Dave had a technical issue in the video he was presenting tonight for Fishing with Dave. Didn't make it in, so we'll be getting to that one at the next variety show, I think. So he's got lots of time to put it together. Maybe he'll do a little bit of his year in review or something.
That, and I've just been doing everything I can to get as much footage while I can.
Right, yeah, exactly. You're just trying to bank up right now.
Yeah, because I need to distribute it throughout the year.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I got to do the same thing with the skateboarding. I'm trying to get out and get everything I can. Actually, I'm just out all the time anyways. It has nothing to do with being under pressure for the winter. But, and we're, Barry, all is good with you over there across the street?
Everything's fine, yes, sir.
Everything is fine, excellent. Are you looking forward to the technical nightmare that will be the six-piece band of the Ireland Brothers next week?
It's going to be fun, isn't it?
It's going to be interesting. We're going to have everything here, including, most possibly, including a pedal steel player. So it's going to be a full-on country show, and with the Ireland Brothers next week, and I'm looking forward to that. We're going to play a song for you now that. Who was it? Was it Rich? It was Richard who introduced us to the song, was it? Or was it Tony?
Richard, I think it was Tony.
I think it was Tony. Yeah, you're probably right, actually. I hear that Neil Young is back out doing some shows. Mr. Grant, you were saying his new band?
Yeah.
What are they called?
The Chrome Hearts.
The Chrome Hearts.
As from the lyric of Long May You Run.
Wow, okay.
With your chrome heart shining in the sun.
Yeah. It's a beautiful name, actually, for a band. This is really cool. Anyways, this is coming back. Tony Arkell, Cover Me. Starting right in with a right hook here tonight there, Tony. Yes, Cover Me will be played for you tonight. It's going to be a little later on, though, because it's a bit of a tuning nightmare, and I'm going to do it on the electric tonight, so... But for now, I can't remember. Refresh our minds there on the message board on who it was requested this one originally. If you recognize what song it is. I come down from the misty mountain. I got lost on the human highway. Take my head, refreshing fountain. Take my eyes from what they've seen. Take my head and change my mind. How can people get so unkind? I come down from the crooked mountain. I went looking for the DJ's daughter. Since the day I heard it mention that my name is on the line. Now my name is on the line. How could people get so unkind? My name is on the line. How could people get so unkind? I come down from the rusty mountain. I got lost on the human highway. Take my head, refreshing fountain. Take my eyes from what they've seen. Take my head and change my mind. How could people get so unkind? There you go, a little human highway to start the show, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's so nice. And of course, I'm not sure why this happens every week now. I have to re-log in as soon as the show starts. This time I was ready for it at the beginning of the show. I was so ready. I was like Donald Trump ready. I was so ready. You know how he repeats himself to make a point. Sorry. That's not a positive or a negative thing. It's just something he does. It's weird. But it's so annoying that I have to do this because this ties all the message groups together. And you guys all need to be tied together so you can hear and see each other.
Yeah. How are we going to enjoy each other's company if we're not tied together?
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even though none of us want to leave our house. I totally get it. But I don't know why that is. See, now I've done all this and, oh, there we go. I'm back. There we go. Return. Let me just say hi. Boom. Back in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Oops, something went wrong. Yeah, of course it went wrong. What went wrong now? Hi. Boom, let's try that again. Yeah, it's, sorry. A little bit of a glip in the, there we go, I'm back on now. It'll be starting all over again. So, sorry about that there, ladies and gentlemen. I digress. For those of you waiting with bated breath for something interesting, I'm sorry that you had to sit through that 45 seconds of login time that I did just before. Hey, Robert Zwicker. Yeah, man, we haven't stopped. You know something? It's the Torum world ain't what it used to be. My life ain't what it used to be. My life is a lot of this, and these guys are a big part of my life, and this is a great way for us to hang out at least once a week. And man, we're all ready and here for you, and it's great to be able to play some music for you all. This Thanksgiving was particularly fantastic for us. I don't know why. It was just really good. Cassidy was away, which was kind of sad. But it was a really good Thanksgiving. Dave was hanging out with his dad and his lady. Mr. Grant, Barry, where were you, Barry? What did you do on Thanksgiving?
I was up in Lindsay.
You were in Lindsay. Did you take the trailer up?
No, we're packing up the new one up there now, right? Getting ready for winter.
Right on, getting ready for winter, getting it all shut down. Very cool. Well, here at the house, we had some folks over. Let's take a picture. Before, on the Saturday, I was invited over to Matt Holtby's place, and and with Darren Roy Clark, there's the three of us up top and a couple shots of me. He has this beautiful piece of land, nice house with, he's got a little stage set up there, and this was his second house party. So that was really nice, really cool to hang out with these guys. Great, both musicians. They're going to be on the show in the next while, both of them separately, but real cool cats. And then on the actual Sunday, you can see here going from the left with Caitlin, back to Neil, Mr. Grant, and then my friend Martina, and next door Charmaine, and of course Allison. And you can see that we have a massive meal. Charmaine and Martina, both being Newfoundlanders, they did all the salt pork or salt beef and the spinach and the peas pudding and the turnip and the cabbage and everything. So it was a big old meal. But the funny thing is, so in the glasses is Martina. I went to school with Martina, grew up there. She was part of the punk rock. I didn't go to school with her. We were school age together, but separate schools. But she was part of the punk rock crowd, still is. And a few years back, I was like, and Charmaine is my neighbor. And Charmaine's from Newfoundland, but I don't know Charmaine. I've never met her back home at all. Anyway, so a couple of years back, I look over in the yard, and Martina's in the yard next door. And it turns out her and Charmaine are old friends from Newfoundland. But I never knew Charmaine. Anyway, so me and Charmaine got talking. We have so many friends in common, like close friends, both in common. But we never, ever met each other. So it was nice to have that up. It was great to have some Newfoundland spin on it all. That's good there, Barry. Thank you. So Thanksgiving weekend was really cool for me. Pretty simple. Cassidy was away, but it was just nice to have some friends together to have some food, have way too much food, and just listen to some music and hang out.
And we must mention the turkey. There was all those side dishes. There was also
a
fantastic turkey. Yeah.
There was a fantastic turkey.
Big turkey.
Yeah. It was nice.
With stuffing.
I'm going to get back to a little music here with you, ladies and gentlemen, with some Ron Hines for you. This is a song called A Good Dog Is Lost. And I'm just going to do a quick tuning here. If you're not familiar with Ron, please go get familiar with his catalog. And a song called A Good Dog Is Lost. He was a great storyteller. And if you do look up the Good Dog Is Lost, and in brackets it says Kathy Jones's Dog on YouTube. Ron Hines, Good Dog Is Lost, Kathy Jones's Dog. You'll hear Ron tell a story about the origin of the song, and it's fantastic. And it's Ron and his storytelling glory. So check that out. Wednesday night, 8:13. Nice to see everybody. Charmaine says, the turkey was amazing. Mm-hmm. Yes, it certainly was, my love. Hey, Eric. Good to see you, brother. We're all doing just fine. I hope you and the family over there are good. A good dog is lost. Sits aside above the counter at the corner store with an address and a phone to call. Still in all it said, a little bit more it said, hey there stranger, well I can hardly believe that someone that I love that much has run away from me. And if you find her, you can only return to me at any cost. For a good dog is lost somewhere out there tonight upon a darkened street, running breathless with a wild beating heart. In all directions on 4 tiny feet calling, hey there stranger, well I can hardly believe that someone that I love that much has forgotten about me. Look at all these people tucked away in their houses, watching reruns of Who's the Boss. For a good dog is lost, and a tired clerk behind the counter says, every day in tiny ways we disappear. On a night like this, it's better him than me out there. For a good good dog is lost. Sit a fly beneath the windshield wiper of my car. So I stashed it in my groceries. Caught this expression in my rearview mirror. It said, "Hey there, stranger, I can hardly believe that a picture of a puppy drawn with a crayon can get to a guy like me. Guess I'll just go out and drive around. You know I'll never sleep, I'll just turn and toss. For a good dog is lost." A good dog is lost. A good dog is lost. Arf, 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 arf. Arf, 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 arf. A good dog is lost. Oh, little good dog is lost. Who's making an appearance here? You ain't lost, are you, little good dog? Oh, Jackie's coming in to say hi to everybody. Oh, Jackie's coming in to help me knock everything down, aren't you, buddy? How are ya? How are ya? Yeah, you look at your tongue hanging out. Jack had his teeth cleaned recently, and when they cleaned them, they removed them all. And now his tongue hangs out of his mouth all the time. But he's still really happy, aside from the fact that his tongue is hanging out of his mouth all the time. Yeah. How you doing tonight, buddy? We got some pictures. Gardening with the Tizzards. We have 5 photos. I'll talk you through them there, Barry. Let's get going on number 1. This is summer and autumn. You can see the difference in the house. In the summer, everything was just green and getting going, and in the autumn, everything is just green and getting out, except for the mums that have exploded, as you can see down below. But the yard has been incredibly fantastic around here. Let's check out the next one there, Barry. Oh yes, these are the. Neil, help me out there. What are those pink things? There's
the asters. You mean the tall
the purple
ones?
ones are the asters.
Yeah,
the pink ones in the back. What are they called again? The sedums?
Yes, that
Yeah.
is sedum, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but those little purple asters that came out.
can
are
barely
just,
see them,
just
but-
beautiful. I can barely see them. Next one, Barry. Yeah, so this is the aster, which we thought all year was a weed. And we thought, well, let's just wait and see if it does anything. And then, boom, it did this. It's like, okay, glad we waited. So the aster was quite, and that's massive. That's like 5 feet across, which is really cool. This is coming from a house that didn't really have a garden before. And last year we planted our mums, and you can see the one on the bottom. That was when we planted it in the fall or in the spring. In the spring, I guess it was, or maybe we'd had them all winter. I can't remember.
No, they went in the fall.
They went in the fall. Okay, so in the fall they went in and they sat there and we didn't know, and they popped and they were huge, or they still are out there actually. Yeah, so big they're kind of falling over on themselves. So that's a neat little addition to our yard. We got another one there, Barry, I think. Oh yes, this is the Neil, help me out again. Name of that's the other mum.
That's the other mum. Yeah.
That's the other mum, which we planted from a year ago as well, and that one was 2 weeks later, but it just popped. And in the back, of course, are all of the cosmos just floating around, little wispy flowers. That thing produced hundreds of flowers this year. It was awesome. And is that it, Barry? I think that's it. Okay, well, come on back. Thank you for watching Gardening with the Tizzards. Hey, man, it's all about what's going on in our world. Jackie, I'm going to put you down, buddy, because you got to go sit on the couch again. Come on. Wow. Go on back in with Mommy. We'll hang out later. Go on. Don't give me that look now. Don't give me that look. Time for a song from the new album, perhaps. And they're all Ron says to me, they're all flowers, pink ones, yellow ones, red ones. Yeah, I was like that for a long time. I'm just. They've been so. From going shopping with Neil with Allison's lists and walking through places, going, where do I find a blah 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 blah? Then being corrected on my pronunciation, and then Neil telling me the etymology of the name, and I eventually learned it all.
Really?
Yeah,
I do that?
in some cases. You're a big etymology fan.
Yes, not to be confused with entomology. Although I like bugs too.
Seems like every meal he's ever eaten has come at the cost of a song. Not to say he ain't been hungry for those times you sang along. And his house is filled with many doors. The address changes day by day. Been rambling around this world, killing time along the way. It's a long way to travel and $1 for a song. Another time behind and another comes along. Boots are feeling heavy, standing on another stage. Fire in his bloodshot eyes again today. And for every girl he's ever loved, his kindness helped him find his way through fumbling, tumbling, lonely nights to bring colors to the gray. Another lonesome sunrise just ahead. His clothes are tangled on the bed, and he's halfway across the floor, and he's heading out the door. It's a long way to travel and $1 for a song. Well, another time behind and another comes along. His boots are feeling heavy, standing on another stage. Fire in his bloodshot eyes again today. Oh, you are breaking from this road. So much story still untold. Doesn't matter what you say, he's been doing it all his days. He's an old dog and you'll never change his ways. When he dies out on that highway and you check to find him cold, just pull the old truck over, roll him off beside the road. For his life's been filled with many riches found upon this stage. When he gets his call to glory and he knows his dues are paid, it's a long way to heaven and $1 for a song. Another time behind and another comes along. His boots are feeling heavy, standing on another stage. Fire in his bloodshot eyes again today. From this road, so much story still untold. Doesn't matter what you say, he's been doing it all his days. He's an old dog and you won't break him from this road. So much story still untold. Doesn't matter what you say, he's been doing it all his days. He's an old dog and you'll never change his ways. What did we just play?
Good.
Oh, Good Dog.
Old dog.
Old dog.
Good old dog.
Good old
Played Good Dog and Old Dog together. We've been doing that a lot, little 2-dog nights. Fall is here, you know. It's not quite 3-dog night yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're not quite Australian, but
Not quite. Hope everybody's doing great out there in the world. Anybody got anything new to tell us about? So I did want to thank Ron for this here for last week, for sending that in via Kimberly, the nice little Glenlivet for us. And then Neil, we've been so busy since Neil's party. He showed up tonight and said, this was given to me by, who'd you say? This was Tony and Rich,
Tony.
right?
Tony Arkell.
By Tony Arkell. This is the Glen Scotia Campbellton single malt Scotch whiskey, aged 10 years. So,
and he
we're gonna
gave
have
it
to
to
get
me in
into
the
that.
middle of Crowstock, and I thought, well, so I went and stuck it in the cupboard,
Well, you were
in
busy
my
as-
living
yeah.
room, and totally forgot about it. And it wasn't until he mentioned it last week, I think it was, or the week before, and said, "So have you shared that Glen Scotia yet?" And I'm like, the hell are you talking about? I don't know. Anyway,
Well,
I
it's here
didn't drink
now.
it all myself.
It's
I
here now.
did leave a little bit for the other guys.
I can't wait.
I think the last time you drank a bottle of whiskey by yourself, didn't you fall and break one of your guitars or something at home?
No, that was 2.5 bottles of red wine.
That was red wine.
Yes, and no, I didn't break. I put a dent in the door with my head.
No, there was one that you broke though one night. One of your
I broke a
acoustics.
chair.
No, you broke an acoustic one night. Remember we had to get it repaired.
I don't think that was drinking.
Oh, it was, yeah, for sure.
Which acoustic was that?
I can't remember. You were like drinking and rocking out to like Zeppelin or something in your underwear, and you fell over, and that's the story that I heard from
Yeah,
you.
sure. Yeah.
Okay, so before we play this video, we've been following Cassidy and Amy on their journeys, which have been fantastic. So they're currently in Tasmania, and no, that's not right. They're in Thailand, and they're just having the craziest, greatest time. I think they're getting tired of rice. They were tired of rice a couple of weeks ago, but we've got a short video here. So before we play a video, so I got to explain it because you won't understand the context of what you're seeing. They had an opportunity to go swimming with shark whales or whale sharks, whatever they are, and so they took this thing. So you go out on a boat, and the way that they keep their eye out for the sharks, the whale sharks, is they'll see movement in the water where the krill is or whatever it is they eat, and they'll see birds circling above it, and they'll go over there. So when they went out, they said, we're not sure if we're going to see anything, but if they do, here's what happens. So all the passengers are lined up on the side of this boat. Again, ever since Cassidy entered that part of the world, every boat she's been on looks like it's made homemade. Like it's just like all tied together with rope and bits of wood. It's like, okay.
Sounds like Newfoundland.
Exactly. So they all have to sit, down the length of this boat with their feet in the water, with their fins on, and they wait. And when the captain sees a place and goes over and confirms there's a fish there, they pull up really slow, and everybody has to get in the water and then swim with the sharks, the shark whales. I think they're whales.
Whale sharks.
They're whales. So are they sharks then?
Yes, sharks.
They're sharks, not whales.
That's correct.
Okay. Either way, they don't have teeth, so that's fine. But they're pretty huge and creepy. But anyway, so Cassie was saying, so like the boat is moving, we get a signal to go in, and everybody has to go in. And of course, as the boat's moving, some people are going in at different times than others, and you're not allowed to jump in the water. You have to kind of slide down. So everybody was doing it at different paces. But of course, with the boat moving, people are falling on top of each other as they're all getting in. And then they get in, and there's this massive fish. And Cassie said, you've got to swim like for your life to keep up with this thing. Because even though it's huge and doesn't look like it's moving fast, it actually is against the current of the ocean. And meanwhile, the boat is going the other direction. And anyways, they ended off seeing 12 whale sharks. Good Lord. Speech impediment, sorry. Whale sharks. They saw about 12 of them, and they got to swim with some of them. At the end, you can actually see them all chasing one, which is kind of fun. But here it is now. You got some context on the story.
Say hi!
Kamera pala yan.
Kamera. Lagyan sa YouTube.
Layo. Hindi yan, di ba?
Uy, laki! Wow! Wow! Laki oh!
Very good shot! Wow! A very good shot!
Wow!
Oh!
Coming up too.
Wow! Uy! Wow!
It's right here.
So big! Wow!
Get a better view.
folks. Thanks for tuning in to the Whiskey Wednesday show. Every Wednesday we will be here, rain or shine, richer or poorer. Tip jar is in the link above. Never expected, but always appreciated. Never confuse the size of your paycheck with the size of your talent. I've got all the money I'll ever need if I die by midnight. Always appreciated, never expected. Please feel free to drop us a line regarding anything, including a link to your money. Cheers.
There we go. We're back. Repeating is off. There we are. Yeah, those things look crazy. So if you ever get the chance to swim with whale sharks, I don't know, looked like fun to me. Cassie said it was a fantastic experience, but they did have a particularly good time, of course. Oh, Debbie says, Barry, you're still missing. No, Barry's here. Yeah, what a trip. Just checking the message board here for those of you who may be listening to us on some kind of, hey, Grady, nice to see you from LA. Just to see, I know those of you listening to the podcast in your car love these moments of rambling, partly finished sentences. I sound like a politician. This is a song that we all like. A little King is Gone.
No,
No?
no.
What are we doing next?
Take a chance. Okay, we're going to take a chance. And
Oh, that's so
take a
weird
chance.
because I looked at it and I thought 3 songs. That can't be right. It's only 8:30. I thought we just played this one. Did we play this one in soundcheck?
No. Or maybe. Yeah, I guess we did.
Okay, so we have played it in the last 30 minutes or so.
I don't know.
Take a moment, take a chance. Learn to fly or learn to dance. I don't know. Get yourself away from here. A better place to face your fears. I don't know. 2, 3. At times I have felt it like a storm. At times I have felt it like a storm. You're the only one. You're the only one. You're the only one who doesn't remind me of her. Open up and look around. Try and tell me what you found. I don't know. You pushed aside into my space. You've gone and fallen in my face all over me. At times I have felt it like a storm. At times I have felt it like a storm. You're the only one. You're the only one. You're the only one who doesn't remind me of her. Take a moment, take a chance. Find yourself a new romance. I don't know. 1, 2. At times I have felt it like a storm. At times I have felt it like a storm. You're the only one. You're the only one. You're the only one who doesn't remind me of her. Oh, the message board's lighting up here. We're having a Deb Parson song request. No, a Deb Parson song demand. Okay, that's good. Do my song. Okay, Deb, do your song. Not because you asked so politely, but because it's on the set list. No, we were going to play it last week and we never got to it for some reason. I think because you weren't here and we said, let's play it next week when she's here. See, Deb? So we're thinking about you. Good Lord. Okay, excellent. Okay, that's all cool. That was Take a Chance. Neil,
Yeah.
what did you get up to on the weekend?
On the weekend?
Yeah.
Let me see now. I spent a week in Halifax.
Okay.
So I left a week ago Sunday and came back Sunday last. So
I
from
think
the
you can
6th
tell
to
us
the
a little bit about
13th.
these few photos, eh?
Yeah, I will.
From the 6th to the 13th?
Yeah, something like that. So anyway, one of the places I went was the Halifax Public Gardens, and much to my, amazement, whatever, the Dahlia, whichever Dahlia, were in full bloom and absolutely magnificent.
Wow.
So I chose that picture of several that I took, but anyway, I thought that
That's crazy.
there'd
At this
be some
time of year,
interest
eh?
there. Yeah.
Is it indoors? Like, is it domed?
No, it's a garden. It's outside. There's a little man-made lake and
Wow.
ducks and all that sort of stuff. So
Okay.
it's it's really quite lovely. So that's picture number one. Now these two gentlemen, in the red shirt that's David, and in the gray shirt that's Norm. They are my two oldest friends. I've known David since I was about 23, so slightly over 50 years. And Norm for probably close on 40 or something of that neighbor. And these two guys are the reason that I am in Campbellford, because they had a cottage on the Crow River down the road from where I am. And back in 2006, 2005, I came up to visit them for a couple of weekends and kind of fell in love with the place. And on weekend number 3, went looking for a place to buy.
Wow.
So,
Well,
anyway,
thanks to you fine gentlemen.
yeah, and they decamped and now live on Big Tancook Island, which is a 40-minute ferry ride out into the Atlantic Ocean from Chester, Nova Scotia. And they've got this little house there that in the next slide you will see is really quite an absolute delight. Look at this, okay?
That's a very East Coast house.
Yeah, very, very East Coast,
Yeah.
So I think the far wall, the far side is green, and the
Green,
back,
of course.
the back right now is orange, but they're not terribly happy with that because it doesn't do all that well with the red roof, so they're gonna change the back wall. But
I think it's splendid.
But it's this is where they live, and it's really quite a treat. And this is the reason I put this in there is this island's about 5 miles by 1.5 miles. And the Atlantic side is heavily forested, and there's nobody lives over there because it's a little bit inclement. But in that forest, there are a lot of deer, and this is deer season. So the deer aren't exactly stupid. They say, screw this, and they come over to the populated side.
Oh, good for them.
Out. So that guy was quite literally in their backyard. So anyway, so
Very
that's
cool.
that. And this is Elaine's mom, Mary. Mary is a Cape Brettoner, and she is a dyed-in-the-wool Pittsburgh Penguins fan because of Sidney Crosby, of course. So,
Oh, yes.
So the pair of us got duded up for, it was either Thursday or Friday night, there was a Pittsburgh game kind of thing. So we got into the mood, and, we did our best to cheer them on. Mary is what I would call a very colorful commentator. She is quite adept at, actually, creating curses on the fly. I must say,
Right.
she has my, undying admiration. So anyway, there we are. So just
Oh,
a
it sounds
couple
like a
little
great trip.
snippets. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Sounds like a great trip. Here at the Variety Hour, a little bit of everything. And the Dave with fishing thing, even though we miss it, we did have big fish. Yeah, we had really big
I
fish.
couldn't top that. Like, there's no way. Cassidy, you win.
True enough. Okay, we're going to do a little King is Gone now, right?
All right.
Little Cherokee into it?
Oh, shit. Sorry. Oh, darn.
Oh, right, okay.
Rats.
I
My
don't
bad.
think we're under the licenses of the FCC here in that regard to
Probably
cursing. Although I don't know that for sure.
Sorry about that. I got
Did you go to Don Cherry's bar, Neil? Ron is wondering.
I didn't know he had one.
Didn't know he had one. Apparently he's probably out on the East Coast.
Is that right?
I don't know. Ron just asked if you
I
went
thought
to
he
his
lived in-
bar.
I thought he lived in Mississauga or somewhere.
Don Cherry? I don't know. I don't know much about him. But, oh, no, maybe the Don Cherry Bar, Pittsburgh Penguins. I actually have no idea. This might be a hockey connection that I don't know anything
He
about.
might have a Boston Bruins bar, but I'm not so sure.
Okay, this is a song called Cherokee into King Is Gone. You ready there, buddy?
I hope so.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Last night I broke the seal on a Jim Beam decanter that looked like Elvis. Soaked the label off a Flintstone jelly bean jar. On that one little table that you left me, pulled me up a big old piece of floor. I pulled the head off Elvis, fell Fred up to his pelvis. Yabba dabba do, the king is gone, and so are you. Round about 10 we all got to talking. About bedrock, Graceland and such. The conversation finally turned to women. They said they didn't get around that much. And Elvis said, find them young. Fred said, well, old-fashioned girls are fun. Yabba dabba do, the king is gone, and so are you. is gone.
Yeah,
The king is
Dabba-doo.
gone.
And the yeehaw.
Mm-hmm. Watching a new show on some channel. I don't know, one of these fucking things. I don't know. It's a stupid channel because it has commercials and it pisses me off. It's the Fight Night. It's called, and it's centered around a robbery that happens on the night, a robbery at a party that was for after a fight, and the fight was like a Muhammad Ali comeback fight. But the whole first episode, there's like a character who plays Muhammad, and he's really great. He's really great. Yeah, a lot of like scenes, like a lot of like he's an actual character in it. He's just not like part of the scenery for the story.
Well,
He's
he was
actually
the greatest.
integrated in it. Well, he was. That's why the king is gone. I was thinking about that, but it's kind of a neat little thing. So it's actually a fun show too. It's very similar to Money Heist, that type of thing, but it's called Fight Night. Jean Gebray. Time to get some of that cranberry Jean Gebray going. Fishing with Dave is not happening. Oh my God, we're Micah to Deb's song. And because of the time, I did see somebody here I was going to say hi to. Hold on a sec. Oh yeah, Tony Medeiros, you are here. Hey Tony, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you again. Go Leafs go. Of course. Go Leafs go. I don't know. You Leafs fan, Mr. Graham?
Part-time.
Oh, part-time. Like when they're winning?
I'm a Habs fan. So
You're a Habs
You're
fan.
never totally a Leafs fan.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Is that right?
So am I.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool. You
I-
too? Of course.
I have a birthday to it.
There you go.
That's true.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any connection, but that's fantastic. Barry, you a Habs or a Leafs fan?
No, I've always been a Leafs fan.
Yeah. I mean, I'd kind of put my money there because that's where I lived for, a long time. But I don't, no, I'm not a big thing. Not a big thing. Ken, do you guys have a live show in November? We'll have our business wrapped up by then. I'd love to visit Campbellford. I think I got a Watchmen show in November. I've got, God, I don't know. I'm so busy. That's the one thing that I have. I'm not sure, Joe, but I'll let you know. Hey, Jeremy Smith, how you doing? Okay, so we're getting set up here for Deb's song. Is that correct?
Yeah, there is the Aaron show.
December 5th is the Aaron show. That's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Joe and I like to come join Heather.
Oh yeah, that'd be a nice
Come out
night.
for that, yeah.
We'll only be doing one song. If you were coming up to see us, that's one thing. But it is a nice night at the Aaron Theater. It's nice to have you back, Jeremy. We all get busy, man. Mike Steenberg's weighing in for the Habs as well. Okay, Deb, you ready out there, sweetie? We're going to play a song for you. It was part of the all request night, but Deb wasn't here, so we held it over to tonight. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whenever I chance to meet some old friends down the street, they ask me, how does a man get to be this way? You've always got a smiling face, anytime in any place, and the answer is in this song that I always sing. You've got to kiss an angel good morning. I know you'll think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning. Love her like the devil when you get back home. People, they try to guess the secret of my happiness, but some of them never learn. It's a simple thing. I've always got a smiling face, anytime and any place, and the answer is in this song that I always sing.
Kiss an angel good morning. Let her know you'll think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning. Love her like the devil when you get back home. Kiss an angel good morning. Let her know you'll think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning. Love her like the devil when you get back home.
There you go. There you go. Thanks for requesting that one as always, Deb. So we're gonna do an audible, guys. We got Mr. Medeiros in the house. He always likes to hear this town of mine, so we'll do that, and then we're gonna do Cover Me. But before we get into that, it's you all know about my skateboarding. You all know about my passion for skateboarding, my reignited passion for skateboarding. So it's funny, I started at a skateboarding level of like somebody who, when I got back into it last year, somebody who hasn't done it in like 25 years. And somebody who only did it, I was never like a fucking heavy hardcore skater. I just skateboarded everywhere, but I wasn't into tricks and stuff. So when I got back into it, I see all these tricks and all this crazy stuff. And I decide that like sort of freestyle skateboarding is where I want to kind of spend my energy after going through a bunch of different stuff. But back in the spring, like in the early spring in April, I kind of set a goal for myself, sort of end of summer goals. And the skateboarding end of summer goal was to get a trick called the Shove It. So I've been working on this all summer, and I finally got it the other day, and I showed Alice. I'm like, oh, check this out. And I showed her. She goes, oh, wow, that really doesn't look like much. I'm like, okay. But what you got to understand, like the thing about the skateboarding intricacies, it's such a building process. I mean, first you got to learn how to stand on the board, and then you got to learn how to move on the board, and then you got to learn how to, forward, backward, sort of weight displacement, all that stuff. And when it comes to these flip tricks, you do it, like you'll see it. And it looks simple. I come off the ground a couple inches and the board sort of just magically spins in a 180 underneath me and I land back on it. But the mechanics of getting your feet in the right place and the hundreds of times that you have to stand there and practice and not get it over and over again and just getting slowly closer. Anyways, after almost 6 months, I finally, towards the end of the summer, landed it. But anyway, so I just threw that into the beginning of the video that I was showing tonight, which is just some random skateboarding stuff. But thanks to MLM for being such a cool company to work with and helping me get the deck out and also helping me, be a part of the team and learn from these younger kids that are doing amazing stuff. So here's a little skateboarding for you all, ladies and gentlemen.
Damaged, tired, and broken. There's nothing left to hide. You still seem far away from me, but you're here by my side. The street light in the distance, through the window hits your eyes. The devil's got his hand on you, your tears are running dry. Whatever happened to finding our way? How did we get here on the other side of today? Picture perfect daddy's girl, you couldn't do no wrong. And he came up beside you, so you played along. 2 kids, nice house on paper, good, but you don't understand. You smile your way through choices, and time slips through our hands. Whatever happened, today's been so long. How did we get here on the other side wrong? Whatever happened tired and broken.
More skateboarding. I can't believe how much it's had an impact on my life, though. If you used to skate and you feel like getting back into it, oh man, I recommend it.
So to speak, right? The impact.
I did do a little bit of vert skating this summer, and I did take a sort of good 6.5 foot slam, and it kind of made me rethink, why am I trying to skate vert? Why do I want to break the 11-foot boundary and like catch air? Why do I want to do that? And I kind of went, I don't really want to do it. I mean, it'd be super cool, but it took me 6 months to get the board to jump under my feet. How long is it going to take me to learn how to fly through the air and land again?
I'm pretty sure I could do the first part, the landing.
Yeah. Little Red Prairie Dawn into hello from Taiwan. Good freestyle tricks. I am trying kickflips, but still struggling. Yeah, it's nice to have you on the show. It's really hard. It's really, really hard. I work at it often, but it's, the great thing about freestyle is I can actually go out on my front porch and just spend a half an hour doing little balance exercises on the board, and it all helps strengthen just sort of being on top of the board. It's amazing. Nice to have you from Taiwan. Thanks for checking in. Okay, we just played Deb's song. What are we playing? We're going to play a little This Town of Mine for y'all. Start with a little Red Prairie Dawn, and this is for Mr. Medeiros. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This town of mine, this town of mine, I find myself so easily reclined here in this town of mine. I came here from the city trying to find some peace of mind, to get myself on track and to buy myself some time. This town is growing on me. Here's a song for all to hear. All I think about is your names are so unclear. In this town of mine, in this town of mine, I find myself so easily reclining here in this town of mine. At times this town seems distant, at times you all seem so strange. All these places remind me of places that I've been. So deep the roots are growing through my kids and to my friends. town of mine. There you go, a little This Town of Mine. Okay, Tony, it's time for Cover Me. So, there's a few reasons this song doesn't get played very often, and one of them is because it is in drop D, which isn't, terribly hard to get in and out of on an acoustic. It seems to be easier. The electric tends to go through a whole thing where the tension on the neck gets messed up. But that's okay, because we have machines that help us to calibrate the tuning of these instruments, and hopefully we can get it right. And once we get it close, then we'll capo up. See, this is the thing with this song. It's got to do with a drastic tuning change. And then once the drastic tuning change is in order, then the capo goes on. Oh, thank you very much for your compliment. How would I say your name if I was to use phonetic English? I love the symbols, but I don't know how to pronounce it or what your name would be, but thank you very much for the compliment. So after the capo goes on, there's another tuning that has to happen here, a little fine adjustment, because the capo seems to make everything sharp, and I know that some people would say just put the capo on and then tune it and don't do the drop D original without the capo on. A little guitar lesson here for you though. If you do the drop D with the capo on, sometimes the tension stays under the rubber of the capo and will release during the song, causing the instrument to slip. Because it's such a big drop in the tension of the string. So if you do that tension change before you put the capo on, and then do a retune, you should end off close to in tune. Chad, there you go, Chad. Nice to see you, Chad. So this is going to end the show tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, we're the Whiskey Wednesday show. We're here every week. We have a great time. Sometimes Mr. Grant has a little nugget at the end of the show to something you've been seen on the news, or something that you...
Well, a little tip of the hat to our departed friend, Chris Christopherson.
Oh, yeah.
If you're of a certain age, he was a very influential character.
Yes.
Both for Bobby McGee and his country songs. Also a great actor.
Yep.
Yeah, he was, when I grew up, he was part of the rhinestone cowboy thing. I don't know if he was in that, but that was sort of how I associated
the Highwayman.
What was the movie? What was one of the movies he was in? Was it the Rhinestone Cowboy?
I don't think so. He was in A Star Is Born.
A Star Is Born, that was it. Yes.
Barbra Streisand. I never saw that one.
But that was what kind of...
But some great movies. He was Billy the Kid in Pat Garrett. And Billy the Kid, he's Sean in that. And my other favorite of his is called Lone Star.
That sounds familiar.
From the mid-90s.
Maybe I'm thinking something else. Lone Star. Movie?
It's a very cool movie. Yeah, not the series. But
not the series, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
From the mid-90s, yeah. He's a sheriff in borderland Texas.
I got into him late, and I got into some of his singer-songwriter stuff, and good Lord, could that guy twist a turn of phrase. Stuff I'd never, ever heard. It was just amazing. Okay, we're going to end with Cover Me. This is a very rare song just because of the way it has to get set up, but we're going to do it tonight. It's been on the request list for a while. Broke down, stripped bare, lost my friends along the way somewhere. Did my best just to get myself back home. But out here I can't see clear, still deaf with the ringing in my ears. Do my best just to get myself back home. Thank God you came.
cover me? Would you cover me? Would you cover me? Love's cruel, love's kind. Johnny Walker Blue or Slade's moonshine. I'd trade it all just to get back home to you. Life's cruel, life's kind. You trick yourself that everything's just fine. I'd trade it all to get back home to you. Thank God for pain. Would you cover me? Would you cover me? Would you cover me? Got home, room bare. Lost my life along the way somewhere. Tried my best just to get back home to you. But in my bed it seems so sad. Certain empty feelings got me bad. I traded all to get back home to you. I guess I can't complain. Would you cover me? Would you cover me? Would you cover me? Ah, God. Would you cover me? Would you cover me? Would you cover me? Oh my, we got close on that one. You guys all did real well. I just kind of circled around there a little bit of a part that I forgot. Oh, Kill the Day in the Rewind in honor of the Watchmen. Close. No, the Rewind is tonight, Sunny's Dream with me and the girls because of Thanksgiving, and I'm mostly thankful for my girls, you know. Hope everybody's good out there. Thanks for tuning in once again. Another great Wednesday night. It's been a hell of a lot of fun. Thanks to you guys for showing up. Next week is going to be a very interesting week. It's going to be excellent, and it's going to be crowded, and it's going to be fun, and I'm so excited to have the Ireland Brothers and all of their contingent here. I don't know what the contingent is going to be, but it's going to be awesome. And Mark, if you're watching, I'll be calling you to get a bunch of pizzas for after the show, because that Lucci's Pizza here in town is something else. So I'm going to get a bunch of those for the after-show Ireland party. That'll be fun. Everybody out there, I think we're good. The closing video tonight, the Rewind, is me and the girls. You'll see that in 1 second. And have a great day. Have a great week. Be nice, be kind, be like Steve, and we will see you all before too long. Cheers. Sonny lives on a farm in a wide open space. You can kick off your shoes, you can give up the race. You can lay down your head by a sweet riverbed, and Sonny always remembers what it was Mama said. Sonny, don't go away, I am here all alone. Your daddy's a sailor who never comes home, and these nights get so long, the silence goes on, and I'm feeling tired. I'm not all that strong. Sonny carries a load, though he's barely a man. There ain't all that to do, but he does what he can. And he watches the seas from a room by the stairs, and the waves keep on rolling. They've done that for years. Sonny, don't go away, I am here all alone. And your daddy's a sailor who never comes home. And these nights get so long, and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired. I'm not all that strong. It's 100 miles to town. Sonny's never been there. And he goes to the highway and he stares and he stares. And the mail comes at 4, and the mailman is old, and Sonny still dreams his dreams full of silver and gold. But Sonny's dreams can't be real, they're just stories he's read. Stars in his eyes, they're just dreams in his head. And he's hungry inside for the wide world outside. And I know I'll never hold him, though I've tried and I've tried. Sonny, don't go away, I am here all alone. And your daddy's a sailor who never comes home. And these nights get so long, and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired. I'm not all that strong. Sonny, don't go away, I am here all alone. Your daddy's a sailor who never comes home. And these nights get so long, and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired. I'm not all that strong.
Once again, thanks for spending another Wednesday with us here at Storyhouse Studios. Thanks to Trainer, Yorkville, and the Longtooth Beverage Company for being a part of the show. We love our time on the Whiskey Wednesday show and appreciate all of your support. Don't forget to hit up the tip jar if you feel so inclined. Never expected, but always appreciated. Tune in every week for more guests, songs, stories, drinks, and gear talk. And don't forget to visit the website, www.kentizzard.com, to sign up for the Whiskey Wednesday wrap-up. Compiled by Allison, this is a monthly overview with highlights, directories of songs, and so much more. Be kind, be helpful, be happy, be safe. See you next week.
The seal on a Jim Beam.